I had discussed about the Indian electricity rule in previous classes up to rule number 51. Now today I will discuss the next part of the Indian electricity rule. Now what is Indian electricity rules? The overall activities and the function of electrical network and installation and maintenance are always follow some rules and regulations, and these rules and regulations are depends upon the country to country and also varies the country to country. So in our country the overall electrical installation, maintenance, safety and others activities are follow some rules and regulation which is called the Indian electricity rules. Now rules number 52. Rule number 52 is related to the appeal or to inspector in regard to defect. If any applicant of the supplier or consumer is dissatisfied with their action to the supplier in deciding to comments or the recommends to the supply of the energy of his premises, he protests and can apply to the inspector for the inspection. Any types of any test for which the application has been made under the provision of sub rules shall be carried out within the 7 days after the receipt of the such applications. This rule shall be applied on every notice given under the provision of rule number 47, 48 and 49. Rule number 53. Rule number 53 is related with the cost of inspection and testing of the consumer installation. The cost of the first inspection and the test of the consumer's installation carried out in presence of provisions of 47 shall be done by the supplier, and the cost of every subsequent inspection and test shall be done by the consumers unless in the appeal under rule number 52 the inspector directs the otherwise. Next the cost of each of the every such inspection and test is developed shall be calculated in accordance with the scales specified by the central or state government as the case may be in their behalf. Next, the total cost of each and every such inspection and the test is calculated by the government. Next, rule number 54. Rule number 54 is related with the declared voltage of supply to the consumer, except with the written concern of the consumer or the previous person of the state government, a supplier shall not be permit the voltage at the point of commencement of the supply as defined under the rule 58 to vary from the declared voltage by more than 5% in the case of low and medium voltage, and by more than 12.5% in case of high and extra high voltage. So these are the limitations. Before the installation, domestic or industrial installation, consumers are committed to the electricity board for the consumption of electricity, and the tolerance value of low and medium voltage is 5% of his declaration and 12.5% of for extra high voltage. Next point, rule number 55. Declared the frequency of the supply to consumer, except with the written concern of the consumer or with the previous person of the state government, a supplier shall not be permit the frequency of the alternating current supply to vary from the declared frequency by more than 3%. That means we know our supply frequency in our country is 50 Hz. So in our country the 3% tolerance frequency we can use. That means the 3% of 50 Hz is tolerable range. Next, Rule number 56. Sealing of meters and cutouts. A supplier may affix one or more seals to any cutout and any meters, maximum demand indicators or other apparatus placed upon the consumer premises in accordance with the section 26, and no person other than the supplier shall be break any such seals. The consumer shall use all the reasonable means of his power to ensure that no such seal is broken otherwise than by the suppliers. The word suppliers shall for the purpose of the rules include the state government when any meter, maximum demand indicator or other apparatus is placed upon the consumer premises by such government. Now rule number 57. Rule number 57 is related with the meter, maximum demand indicator and other apparatus of the consumer premises. Any meter or maximum demand indicator or other apparatus placed upon the consumer premises in accordance with the section 26 shall be appropriate capacity and shall be deemed to be the correct it. Its limit or error do not cross the 3% above the below absolute accuracy, and load is crossed the 1/10 of the full load and the up to full loads. Next, the no meter shall register at no load, because all the meters are registered with the full load capacity, and before installation the meters must be calibrated by a standard meter. Every supplier shall provide and maintain the proper conditions such suitable apparatus as may be prescribed or approved by the inspector for the examination, and this examination is called calibration, testing and regulation of the meter used for intended to be the use of correction of the supply energy. Provide that the supplier may, with the approval of the inspector and shall, if required by the inspector, enter into a joint agreement with any other suppliers for the purpose of the safety and maintenance. Every supplier shall examine, test and regulate all the meters, maximum demand indicators and other apparatus for accelerating the amount of the energy supplied before the first installation of the consumer's premises, and as such other intervals as may be directed by the state government on their behalves. Rule number 58. Point of commencement of supply. The points of commencement of supply of energy to a consumer shall be deemed to be the point of the outgoing terminals of the cutout installed by the suppliers in each conductor of every service line other than the earth and earth neutral conductor or earth external conductor or the cables of the consumer's premises. So these are the point of commencement. Next, rule number 59. Precautions against the failure of supply. Notice of failure. The layout of the electric supply line of the supplier for the supply of energy throughout his area of supply shall under normal working condition be sectionized and so arranged and provided with cutouts of the circuit breakers so located as the place where the reasonable limit of extent of the portion of the system affected by any failure or supply. The supplier shall take all responsibility precautions to avoid any accident, interruption of the supply, and also to avoid the danger to the public or any employees or authorized person when engaged or any operations during the connections with the installation, maintenance, replacement, etc. The supplier shall send to the inspector notice of failure of supply of such kind of inspector may from time to time require to be notified to him, and such notice shall be sent by the earliest period of the uh, experiment or the work or the maintenance or installations. Next, for the purpose of testing for any other purposes connected with the affecting working of the undertaking of the supply of energy may be discontinued by the supplier for such period as may be necessary to subject to not less than 24 hours notice being given by the supplier to the all classes of consumers specified by the inspector likely to be the affected by such disconnections. So before disconnection of the supply, 24 hours notice, the notice declared before the 24 hours, and this is the mandatory. Now rule number 60, testing for resistance insulation. The rule number 60 is related with the insulation resistance testing. The insulation resistance testing system is done by an instrument which is called the Megger. So Megger is an electrical instrument which indicates the insulation, indicates and measures the insulation resistance. The name Megger is coming from the megohm, because Megger has two parts. One is the hand driven DC generator and one is the megohm meter, and the scale of the Megger is starting from infinity to 0. When during the reading period, if the pointer is placed in infinity, then we can consider that the insulation resistance of this particular insulator is infinity. So we can consider the insulation is good insulation and the resistance of the insulation is very good. If the pointer is placed or shifted from the infinity to 0 during the measurement period, then we can consider the resistance of the insulation is very poor. So this insulation is not safe for the working purpose. Now the rule number 61, connections with earth. The following provisions shall apply to the connections with earth of the system at low voltage in case of whether the voltage normally crossed the 125 volt and of the system at medium voltage. First point, the neutral conductor of a 3-phase 4-wire system shall be earthed by done less than 2 separate and distinct conductors with the earth both the systems of the in substation. Next point, in the case of system comprising the electric supply lines having connected cables, the external conductor of such cables shall be earthed by 2 separate and distinct connection with earth. Next point, the connections with the earth may be include a link by means of which the connections may be temporarily interrupted for the purpose of the testing or for locating a fault. Next point, where the middle conductor of is earth by means of a circuit breaker with a resistance connected in parallel, the resistance shall not cross the 10 ohms on the opening of the circuit breakers. Immediate steps shall be taken to improve the insulation of the system, and the circuit breaker shall be reclosed as soon as possible. Next point, the resistance shall be used only as protection for the emitter in case of earth on the system, and until such earth is removed, the immediate steps shall be taken to locate the remove the earth. Now, rule number 62, system at medium voltage. Where a medium voltage supply system is employed, the voltage between the earth and the conductor forming part of the said system shall not, under normal condition, cross the low voltage. Next, rule number 64. Rule number 63, approval by inspectors. Before making an application of the inspector for permission to commence supply of energy at high and extra high voltage to a person, the supplier shall ensure that the high or extra high voltage electric supply lines or apparatus belonging to him are placed in the position properly and joined and duly complete the examined. The supply of energy shall not be commenced by the supplier unless and until the inspector is satisfied the provisions of the rule 65 and 69 both inclusive have been completed and with the approval of the writing of the inspector has been obtained. Next, rule number 64, use of energy at higher and extra high voltage. The inspector shall not authorize a supplier to connect a supply of energy of high and extra high voltage unless all the conductors and apparatus intended for the use of high and extra high voltage and situated at the premises of the consumers for increasable except the authorized person and all operations connected with the said conductors and apparatures are carried out only by the authorized person. All the poles types of substations are constructed and maintained in accordance with rule number 69. Now, rule number 65, voltage test. High and extra voltage electric supply lines other than overhead lines and apparatus of the supplier shall not be connected to a system for the purpose of supply or use of energy unless the insulation of the said electric supply lines and apparatus has without the test. Now, the test prescribed in the behalf of the electrical supply board or Indians would follow the Indian electricity rules. Next, in case where no such test have been prescribed, the continuous applications between the conductors and also being conductors of the earth during the period of 1 minute such test of voltage by sub-rule 2. Now, the supplier shall duly record the result of every test made under these rules. Now, rule number 66. Rule number 66 is related with the metal sheet electrical supply lines. The following provisions shall apply to electrical supply lines. The supplier for use of high and extra high voltage. First point, the conductors shall be enclosed in metal sheets which shall be electrically continuous and connected with the earth. Next, in the event of failure of insulation occurring between the conductor and the metal sheeting at any point along the electrical supply lines as connected, the impedance of the relevant circuit shall be such that the current resulting from the such failure shall not be less than the twice value of the current for which the suitable cutout is installed in the system. Next point, when the electrical supply lines are and the cables and external conductor is insulated from the outer material sheets and connected with the earth, the external conductor may be regarded as the metal sheeting for the purpose of the rules, provided that now rule number 67, connection with earth. The following provisions shall be applied to the connection with earth of three-phase system for use of high and extra high voltage. Number 1, the neutral point shall be earth by not less than to separate and different connections with the earth. Next, in the event of appreciable harmonic currents flowing in the neutral connection, so as the cause of interference with communication circuit, the generator or transformer neutral shall be earthed through the suitable impedance. Next point, single phase high extra high voltage system shall be earthed in manner of approved by the inspector. Next point, in the case of system comprising electrical supply lines having concentric cables, the external conductor shall be the one of the connected with the earth.